Hello. If you're listening to this and your name isn't Olan Rogers, get out. This episode's only for him. We love you, Olan. And this is our love letter to you. We love you so much. Will you please listen? Please listen.
Yeah, please listen. Say that. Please listen.
Would you please listen?
Good job. All right.
Is that good, Daniel?
That's good. I'll lower my weapons now.
Cool.
Intro music.
No, I don't know how to do the intro music when you've got a gun on me.
I said I lowered it.
You said it, but you didn't.
Hello, I'm Daniel Cardiff.
And I'm Philip Osterday.
And this is Classic Countdown Conversations,
Where we count down the best and the worst that
pop culture has to offer.
media has to offer.
All right. With us today is a long-awaited guest, is Ethan Perky. Will you say hello to the audience?
Hello, hello.
We had you on like episode 9, I think. New Year's, New Fears.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. Because it was Philip's Spookies.
Yeah, Philip was
that we
spooked out
discussed.
about what 2019 was had to offer. And we have you back almost 90 episodes later. We have you back as a guest.
So happy to be back.
Yeah.
Wow, thanks for being back. We gave you a microphone, unlike Austin, which shows how much we love you.
Yeah. Austin was on the show and he just sat on that bench right there and didn't have a microphone and just listened to us talk the whole time.
I brought an energy to the episode that I think I liked, though.
I think it's better when there's 3 people involved.
The studio audience is what we need.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Today we are talking about collectively, I think, one of our favorite people out there on the interwebs. That is Mr. Olan Rogers, the comeback kid, the Tennessee something.
I don't think so.
Wonder Child. That's it. Tennessee Wonder Child.
Oh.
I almost said Wild Child, which would also be kind of apt. But Olan, if you're listening, we're just going to be talking about your YouTube channel, our favorite videos on your YouTube channel, and why we like them, and why we love you, and why, if we were to kind of make a list of like pillars of our friendship, I think you might be one of those pillars.
100%.
At least like one of the foundational bricks to our friendship collectively. So I have the list on hand,
Perfect.
and I've ranked them. Philip and Ethan don't know my ranking.
I'm sure we'll disagree.
You guys might disagree, especially you said something right before we started that makes me think that you'll disagree with one of the placements. But then we'll just kind of discuss the video. I'm sorry if you just went on past our warning at the beginning and said, don't listen to this if you're not Olan. If you are listening to it and you're not Olan, you should probably watch these videos before listening to the episode, because you will not have a clue about what we're talking about.
Maybe, just maybe, I'll be nice and put it in the description.
Put what in the description?
The link to the videos.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll just do a link to his YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah,
That's it.
I think
Let
that's the
them
Yeah,
do their
they
own
have
thing.
to- yeah, because then that gives away our list, and we don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, just do that, and then they can explore and see what their top 10s are. What their top
Also,
10
I
videos are.
apologize. I have been sick, and my voice sounds weird.
It sounds more radio-like.
Hey,
Well,
Nope.
this is the radio voice.
okay. We want Olan to listen to this episode, not shut it off immediately.
Maybe that's the key, though.
I did exclude balloon shop videos, so there will be no whips on here, unfortunately.
That was, if anything, that would have been my
That'd be probably
honorable mention, but also still at the top of the list because it's just so good.
We love whips. Get the Girl is good, and I'm quite peeved is a good one on Balloon Shop. Maybe we'll do a whole other list on Balloon Shop videos, but this is just Olan Rogers YouTube channel videos on there. Anything that you guys want to say?
Love that guy.
Love
Love that guy. Hope he's on the show someday. Also, no, many, like you said, it was many good times re-quoting these videos to one another. It's like a good movie that everybody quotes for about 5 months after, but we did it for our entire lives.
Yeah, we've done it for 10 years now. And I think we quote Olan more than I quote him more than any movie that I've seen.
Remember when everybody quoted Napoleon Dynamite?
It's basically that.
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, when I was a kid.
Yeah, don't forget how old you are.
Yeah, me and Ethan were pretty young when Napoleon came out.
Yeah, how old were you guys?
I don't know. When did it come out?
Came out in 2004.
Oh my gosh.
We were 6.
Yeah.
No,
5 or 6.
5 or 6, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Ethan, do you have anything to say?
It's okay if you don't.
No.
Daniel tries to pull stuff like this on me.
No, I'm just excited.
All right. I have one honorable mention.
Oh.
And it's a series of videos on his channel. I did not tell you guys to look them up earlier. But they're the Rollin' with Olan videos.
Oh, I remember those.
Where him and his friend Jake are just driving in a car and just whatever conversation pops up is what they talk about.
Those are pretty good. That's
I'll
kind
have to
of
go
like
watch those again.
The one episode that we did.
We did a classic car conversations episode that's out on our YouTube channel, and then never did it again. We don't have the time.
No way.
So that's honorable mentions. Love those videos. All right, number 10. I cheated again with number 10. There's 3 cheats on the list.
Probably because they weren't on our list.
On your list?
The list you had given us.
Well, so at number 10, I just put all his stories.
Okay.
That's
a
Daniel.
I said that because that could be a whole list of itself. But obviously, his most famous one, and what we can talk about is the
bathroom in the stalls.
the ghosts in the stalls.
Bathroom
video,
in the stalls and the ghosts.
which is actually that was my introduction to Olan. I don't know.
I think it's almost everyone's.
Have you watched it, Ethan?
I don't think... I probably have.
Yeah.
I just really have a hard time remembering anything outside of that like soul group of videos that we were just constantly watching.
Right.
But no, this has caused me to want to go back and watch things I haven't watched yet. So
I think the thing that's highlighted in this and most of his story videos is he's just a good storyteller. Like he just knows how to get your attention and how to. He has like really good editing in his videos to where he's just picking out like the best parts of the story and putting them in.
This wasn't one of the stories that he told at the live show that we went to, was it?
No, yeah. So Ethan and I went to a live show in December.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which ones he told there. He told the one about him and his brother getting matching pajamas.
Yeah.
That they called BJs.
BJ. Matching BJs.
That Santa gave them.
Matching with their parents too,
With-
right?
yeah.
Everybody had matching BJs from Santa. I had never heard that one, and that was a great one.
And I don't. He told one other story that he had told before on his channel, but I can't remember which one it was now.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time remembering. But anyway.
Does it sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm testing things out. I've got time now.
All right.
Now that Ethan's here, I can
Well,
do
I
whatever I
just-
want while he's talking.
Do you have anything to say, Philip?
No, I'm mad.
Why are you mad?
I'm mad that you made this all one piece because I was so confused. I was like, none of the stories are on here.
Yeah. Well, it's just I wasn't going to tell you guys to go watch like a bunch of his stories.
Yeah, but you could have thrown it in with like the honorable mentions. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess they're not technically honorable mentions.
Yeah.
But
Whatever your favorite story of his is number 10. How about that? I like the paintball one a lot.
we can talk about it later.
And I like the Batman birthday party one.
Okay, the Batman birthday party. That one he did talk about at the live show.
Oh, did he?
He did do that one at the live show because I had never heard that one either, and that one was amazing.
I'd like to also say that my wife and I got Daniel those tickets, and who did Daniel bring?
Ethan.
That's weird.
It made sense because he then didn't have to pick between you and your wife.
Yeah,
He just
because
didn't
there's a
choose
gift
either
for
of
both
you.
of you. So I chose the other.
So you
Olan
can
Rogers
just say thank you,
fan.
and I'll say you're welcome.
It's fine.
It's funny.
I would have brought you too instead of Daniel.
How's that balloon shop hat fit
great.
that
It
Daniel and I both pretty much picked out for
Yeah.
you?
It does work great.
Yeah, good.
I like the way it looks on me.
Good.
Okay, number 9. Actually, 9, 8, and 7 all have something in common.
Okay.
They're all stories,
No.
just like number 10.
Number 9 is cat hug.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
All Starscream.
Yes, 9, 8, and 7 all have to do with the wonderful Starscream.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Starscream.
The cat died.
Yeah.
Wow,
Unfortunately.
you're not up to date.
Yeah.
Is that on his social media or something?
Well,
Yeah,
it
it
happened
is.
not too long ago.
He
I mean,
also, I think he ended his live show with saying,
Yeah.
rest in peace, Starscream. So, which by the way, it must have just been the best cat ever because it just let them do whatever they wanted to do it for those videos. Ethan, what is Cat Hug about?
Cat hug. So is that the one? Oh yes. So is it? What's the
Thomas.
Thomas. That's
Yeah.
right. So Olan and Thomas come in the drive, and Olan has been away from his Starscream and his
And TARDIS, his dog.
the mutant mini horse, the floppy-eared mutant
Yes.
mini horse. Yeah, so he gets home and he's like, just can't understand how to go about like seeing his beloved animals after having been gone for so long.
Which you don't realize at first is what he's that's what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
you probably assume that he's thinking of like his wife,
Yeah,
or
or his
maybe
kids
his
or something.
or like a roommate or something, maybe even. But he walks through the door and TARDIS, is it TARDIS?
Yeah, TARDIS,
Okay, I can't
yeah.
ever remember, but he comes to him first, and then there's this just massive build-up to Starscream, like being floated through the air towards him, and then
to a fun song.
yes, to a fun. Is it by? Oh yeah,
fun.
it is a fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun song. Sorry,
literally by fun.
Yeah, I was like,
Sorry.
it is fun.
Yeah.
But and then as soon as the music cuts, the cat goes like supersonic and just flies out the window. Pretty much does like a whole world tour.
Yeah. Goes up in space.
Yeah, clips of him. Yeah, he's at the International Space Station and he's even underwater and he's like passing a speedboat
Yeah.
on the water. And back at the house in the driveway, Olin's just like chilling, like
trying
thinking
to
like
figure out
what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
And Thomas helps explain to him like maybe it's just like a buildup and then
A running
a
start.
running start. He's in. It's like yes, I've seen that. And then he's like, and then he like very quickly comes to the realization that like if he was supersonic and that's the buildup, like oh my word, and then. It just like pans up and it's like it is honestly somewhat of a terrifying like you see like
Visual.
blue sky and then it's like this little blip turns into a cat at like it gets close enough that you can see that it's a cat.
Yeah.
And then you don't see it and then it obviously everything explodes.
giant explosion.
Yeah, like a big like mushroom cloud comes up over the house and
that's how it ends.
that is how
Yeah.
it is.
Well,
it's
I think the fun song kicks back in
Yes.
when it shows the cat
Yeah.
get down and then blows up.
I'm sure he's screaming as it happens, but that one's kind of a shorter one, it seems like.
It is, and I feel like it's one of the reasons I wanted to highlight Olan is because he's very talented at a lot of different things. I feel like this video is solely just funny. There's not a whole lot of like emotion behind it or anything. It's just solely a comedy sketch. So that's why it's at number 9 and not any higher. Because other than the laughs, I don't feel like it brings a whole lot. What about you, Philip? Anything to add?
I had not seen any of the Starscream videos before researching
That's wild.
this. Actually, I had seen one of them, but I guess the other two I hadn't. And I thought this one was funnier than the rest.
Really?
It made me laugh a lot
Okay.
because I just wasn't expecting it. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it, but it was. I just didn't know where it was going to go. And it got me good.
Well, number 8 is another Starscream starring feature, and that is Cat Trust. Now, Ethan said earlier that this was your favorite, so I'm sorry that I ranked it at number 8.
No, I think. Yeah, it's definitely up there. I just had almost completely forgotten about it because there's plenty of other ones that I have seen that I really liked, but I really liked that one after having gone so long without watching any of them. But
would you like to explain this one?
Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Olan walks in to a room and he starts talking to Starscream. I think he immediately just shoots him with a marble.
no, you have to be clear. Starscream shoots Olan.
I'm sorry. Yes, yeah. Olan doesn't shoot Starscream, but Starscream shoots Nolan.
And to know, we see in the bloopers that I think it's Jake is literally just sitting behind the camera shooting actual marbles at Olan, which must have killed.
And I'm trying to remember which one this is. But he proceeds to just discuss things with Starscream.
Yeah.
And it ends up talking about the hot cocoa somehow. I don't know how it gets there, though.
Olan has his hot cocoa.
He has his hot cocoa.
And he's in the midst of the conversation with Starscream, he's realizing that Starscream has been drinking his hot cocoa. but then the cup that he has is the last of it.
Okay.
That Olan has.
Right. Yes.
And so Olan makes it clear you're not getting any more of this.
But then he's put his paw in there at some point.
Yeah, he had submerged his paws in there, so there was a little bit of cat hair in there.
And it just gets more violent.
Yes.
Goes off the rails.
Yeah.
So does he get knocked out at some point and
Almost.
then ends up in the bathroom? How does he get to the bathroom?
So he...
It's just
I think he runs to get the hair out of his mouth,
does,
right?
yeah.
Oh, that's right. He's beat up at that point.
Yeah. Because
got,
so many
blood on his
marbles
face.
have been
Well, because
shot
he
at him.
scarfs it down and then
while
and then he shows Starscream. He flips his cup upside down. He's like, no more. But he's got the cat hair all over his mouth.
he has blood on his eye from all the marbles.
Yeah. And then that's why he goes in the bathroom. Is to,
and then he
clean
gets
himself.
hit by the sink.
Yes.
Or he gets shoved into the sink and then falls into the shower. And he actually breaks his shower. His shower curtain.
He does. The shower curtains fall down, and then the cat starts whipping him with an antenna, which I don't know where he got that, but
he was ready.
It
I
highlights
feel cat toys have those little antennas. You put an antenna out, and then you have a little thing that falls down.
Like a toy dangling from it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it
That's
was.
what I think it was.
We have a fly swatter that's like that, where it extends.
So you can really whip
Really get those flies.
Really whip it.
It highlights, I think, just a really abusive relationship between a man and his cat, but not in the way that you think the abuse goes. The cat abuses him.
It's not animal cruelty.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's human cruelty.
I think most cat human relationships are abusive, and that the
cat is the one doing the abusing. Yes. Probably, actually, now that you say that. Okay, and then to round out our cat trilogy, we have Cat Day, which I think is packed the most with jokes as far as the cat videos go.
I think it's the most clever.
Yeah.
Out of all of them.
Well, Daniel, are you going to explain this one?
This one's for you,
I can. So Cat Day starts out. Olin walks into the room, and he's found a handwritten letter by Starscream that's supposed to be sent to Hugh Jackman, I think. And
It just says to Hugh Jackman.
yeah, to Hugh Jackman, because he's going to be playing a cat in his upcoming role. So Hugh Jackman's asking Starscream for inspiration.
Yeah. Which isn't too far off if there's cats.
They're like pen pals.
But the way that Starscream delivers the letter to Is it the entire letter to Olan? Is he floated over to him?
No, that's later on with the
I'm
stamp.
sorry.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
All right, go ahead.
Wait, do you listen to the show? Me and Philip interrupt each other all the
No,
time.
I know.
No, so then it just kind of goes through like Starscream writes what his day is like, and this is where we start getting into the creativity of Olan, I think, to where like Owen's like, I'm gonna put myself in the mind of a cat, and I'm gonna write down like what a cat would view the world as, and he calls like the sun the light orb, and Olan is known to the cat as the food giver, and just stuff like that. That's very like creative and things that if I was making that video, I would not have thought to do.
Oh, and Starscream's the one that I guess has named TARDIS the
Yes, yeah.
floppy-eared mutant mini horse.
Yeah. He's like, he's not a floppy-eared mutant mini horse. He's a dog. Yeah. He has like his own business selling lemonade, and he had to fire TARDIS because he was drinking up the surplus. And and then he submerges his paws into Olen's mouth over and over
got
again.
Me good when I saw that.
That's the second best part of the video. The best part is the I paw a craft single. It's like what? I paw a craft single,
and then
go ahead.
Yeah, I know you're about to say it constantly goes back to the Starscream's paw touching a craft single, and then as he like continues to wonder like what does he mean by craft single? It's like the craft single's there, and then the cat's just like pawing it really fast.
It's so like aggressive.
Yes.
There's another part where he's like cutting pie. And he's like, I like pie. Triangles. Shapes.
Yeah. Pie is triangle.
Pie is triangle. Shapes. So it's just I think that this is the best cat video just because there's like it's just one thing after another that's like really funny. And then, of course, it ends with the bloopers of him trying to get through the letter, and he just cannot.
I feel like, did he write it, or did somebody else write it?
I'm
for
assuming
him?
somebody else wrote it, and that was the first time he was saying what it said.
Probably Thomas.
Yeah.
What's it's I begin my day.
Yeah. with the birthing of the giant light orb.
Yes.
So, and then he gets mad at Olan at the end. He's like, by the way, food giver, I knew you were going to read this letter. I hope you like flour. And then he blows flour on him. Which, again, I don't know how they got that shot of the cat. It's just like on the leaf blower. It's just like,
but yeah, it looks like the cat's being like blown back by like the kick on the leaf blower.
I'm very impressed with what they were able to do with the cat with Starscream in these videos.
And that he was willing to blow flour all over his house.
Yeah. He's got dedication, that's for
I
sure.
wouldn't have done that. I would have said that no amount of money would be worth it.
Well, it was like one little area.
Yeah, it was just his room or whatever
You know,
it was.
they have make vacuums. I'll suck that stuff right up.
I think as a whole, Cat Day is better than Cat Trust, but I don't think anything's as funny as when he first walks in and that first marble hits him in Cat Trust. Like, I think that's funnier than anything, but I think as a whole, Cat Day's better.
Which one does he like just start laughing when he first walks in?
That's Cat Trust.
Cat Trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bloopers.
No, it's just in the actual video, he walks in, he's like, what are you doing?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, that's the one where he gets one of the marbles or whatever hits him in the knuckle, and he like it obviously actually hurt because he's like moving his hand around really fast.
It hits his nipple at one point.
Like, you nipped it.
Yeah, you nipped it. Which you say all the time. I feel like that's like one of your favorite quotes.
And Reagan, I don't think Reagan really remembers why I say that all the time. But then I'm sure after the other night when we watched all these videos, she was like, oh my word.
She's like, oh, this is where half your vocabulary
She's like,
comes
I
from.
wish my husband had never watched it. Because he won't shut up.
Okay. Moving on to number 6. And I think Philip's going to be mad about this placement.
Okay.
It's Family Pizza.
Oh.
Would that have been in your top 5?
Yeah.
It's probably your number 1. Number 1 or 2.
One of my number ones.
Yeah, one of your number ones. If you cheated like I did, we'll just go back this way since this is your favorite. Tell us about.
Okay. All right. So Family Pizza. and there's a knock at the door, and it's the pizza guy. And what's his name? It's not Thomas in the
Jake. Oh. In the video.
in the video.
There's Frankie.
Yeah, it's Frankie.
Well,
then,
Frankie's
Frankie's
the
the
delivery
pizza
boy.
guy.
yeah, and then it's Johnny and
Polly.
Polly.
Yeah.
Paulie. So Paulie opens up the door and finds Frankie, the pizza guy, and he says, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing here?" And he's very upset, and you don't understand why. And then, like, I think it just immediately cuts.
Well,
to
he's
him.
like, I got your pizza. It's just, yeah, then it, immediately cuts.
Immediately cuts to him being tied up in a chair.
In a barn. It's like out in a barn.
Yeah, and so it's like two guys that are from the mafia, basically.
Yeah.
Against a pizza delivery guy. Come to find out, they're the DiGiorno family.
It's like all the pizza brands are.
Yeah. So I guess the concept was, what if the pizza people were
Like mob.
mob bosses?
Yeah.
And so they just have a little fun with Frankie, and they do titty twisters and Indian drug birds and wet willies to get Frankie to give up who you is,
Yeah.
which is indeed it is Johnny,
Yeah.
who ordered the pizza and shamed his family.
Because it's bad pizza. Cuts the roof of in my mouth.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think Philip you quote this a lot.
I quote it unintentionally a lot.
I think we all say that. I don't like it. Like I say that quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't
When
like it.
Thomas
Paulie.
Paulie.
Why can we not remember? We say that Polly all the time
Paulie.
too.
What's funny is I think I used to say, "Paulie, why you hitting me so hard?"
Yeah,
But that's in the bloopers.
Yeah,
not even in the actual video. Paulie, why you gotta hit me so hard?
Forget about it.
forget about it.
Forget about
I
it.
love like Olin's joy. Whatever.
He like figures out how to use it.
Forget
he's
about
like,
it.
He's like, yeah, forget about it.
They did make like a sequel to it, but it wasn't as good.
Oh, really?
I don't know if I want to say that.
That's okay. You can be critical.
No, it just wasn't the same. It wasn't as special as the first time around.
Well, it's hard.
I don't think.
It's
hard to capture that magic.
Yeah, to
I think that one has a really funny bloopers too. if
I think
remember correctly.
they're playing like multiple. They're playing like all the different mob people from each. There's like Tombstone and like
Yes.
Red Baron and stuff like that.
oh my
Yes.
word.
But yeah, but it does the laughs of the first one are just unrivaled. Okay, number 5, halfway through,
Okay.
another cheat.
Okay.
This is the Lions Blaze series.
Oh, the whole series.
No, that I accept that. That
Okay, it's like one- it's
because I
one
know you're
long.
going to cheat again,
I am gonna cheat again.
and I know exactly which one you're
Yeah.
going to cheat on. And I figured that you had to lump them together,
Yeah,
or we could
yeah.
not have.
It'd all be those.
Yeah,
So
I will say the Lions Blaze is the one that I think I remember the least.
yeah, I didn't watch these as much.
I didn't watch these hardly at all.
I feel like they're like fan favorites though.
The Lions Blaze?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
It
there's
must
a
be.
lot. Yeah.
I mean, it has to be because he kind of did a lot of them.
Yeah, and each one was like longer than the last, and then he made the cartoon of it as well. So I think it was a big fan favorite, and it is funny. Like I went back and rewatched them for this.
Give me gold.
Yeah, give me gold things funny.
Yeah, so that's the one where they are controlling themselves.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
The
And he, like,
cartoon's a different concept, technically.
the what?
The cartoon is kind of a different.
I guess
concept.
it is. Yeah, but yeah, and then like. They get rid of all their bear pelts, and that ends up being what they needed to defeat the wizard. And there's a lot of good stuff in the Lions Blaze series.
Dude, how did you even kill 30 bears?
He like takes the one potion. He's like, I think that makes you slower, actually.
It's bullet.
So yeah, I love like when they go out on location to film something. I just like the feel of those videos that he does.
They were all probably in that same field.
Probably, yeah. I'm assuming it's like they live near it or something.
Maybe.
I'm assuming it's the same field that barn is in.
Imagine if the people that may have been just watching them, like, oh, here they are again.
Especially in the last one when he just has like layers and layers of armor on. I'm sure that was really funny to watch him
That's true.
walk up and do that. Yeah, and then I think Thomas is a little little goblin thing that throws acorns at it and explode.
Oh,
So
man.
Lions Play is good, wholesome fun.
I've not ever played a game like that, but I feel like if I did,
You'd connect more to it.
more to it, but it is funny, which just goes to show how funny it is.
It's like D&D.
It's not like D&D.
Kind of.
It's like a video game version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is essentially, it's essentially what that is.
I
is
guess
it not?
a little bit.
a little bit like that.
If we had actually dressed up
D&D's
when we did
better.
it.
Just everything about D&D.
You're like, D&D's better than this fake game called Lions Blaze that Olan Rogers made up. D&D is great. But yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're both right.
That's right.
I'm a little more right.
Ethan might be a little bit more right.
But I'm mostly right.
Okay, at number 4, and I think this might be like the underdog or the upset here, because I think Lions Blaze is the fan favorite, but I think all of us like Thimble Kings just a little bit more.
I think we quote Thimble Kings.
We quote it a lot,
Yeah.
which is kind of sad that it never got like sequels or anything. It's just a one-off. I guess they
Yeah.
die at the end.
It's technically part of the Lions Blaze.
Oh, I guess that's true. Because at
world.
the end, they're like, you just want to play Lions Blaze instead?
Right.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Ethan, you love Thimble Kings.
I do.
What happens in Thimble Kings?
Oh, man. So I'm going to forget names. I only remember Forsai of the Water Kingdom. That one, for whatever reason, is the easiest for me to remember. But he is the new king to play this game. And I can't honestly remember who Olan Rogers and Thomas's characters are.
I can't at the moment either.
But it's this obnoxious game. So they have their smashers and their...
Can I just say this? I've watched this video countless times, and I still don't understand the rules.
No, after watching it, I was like, I'm gonna watch this until I know how to play it because I want to play it. But you have to smash. What do they call the acorns? Through their smashing window. Yeah, to receive points and whatnot and
Thimbles. It's called Thimbles.
Thimbles,
Right?
yes.
Yeah.
And then they have all these rules, but then they have these other rules, but they're Golbarian rules, and nobody goes by Golbarian. Is it Golbarian rules or whatever?
It's like until you get 4 thimbles, 5 if you're playing Golbarian.
But Thomas does that one really well. Which then pretty much just leads to like it's a happy fun, like they're smashing the thimbles through each other's smashing windows, and then all of a sudden like Thomas turns around. It's like everything gets super serious, and it pans to Thomas, and he's got like a bow and arrow, and you just hear the arrow like whoosh through the air, and then the impact, and Olan Rogers has it in his back, and
Jake's like, oh my,
yeah. So Forsai is like. He's like so like taken back by it.
He's us watching the game. Yeah.
And Olan and Thomas like it's nothing to them. They're like, oh, do not be a grump.
Yeah, Olen's like laughing about
and then later on is just like losing consciousness and but then right after that happens and everything calms down a little, then Olan turns around with a freaking like hatchet and chucks it and then like cuts Thomas's arm off or hand off.
They like do it in just the amount of times that you don't think anything happened, and then it's
right, you're like, what?
Like Gator ends up eating it. And
that's part of the rules.
Which earns point. Which I think.
The
gator wins.
They stole the
earlier
points.
Explained like the gator eats the limb of an opposing of an opponent. Then
well, there's one shot in it. Which I don't even understand what's happening, but it's of Thomas, and he has his because the smashers are ping pong paddles.
Yeah,
And he has like on his chest, and it's
Yeah,
like
hanging
upside
there.
down, and then he like just takes it off. I don't know, was it Velcroed or what?
Probably, yeah. But like later on, Thomas, or earlier on, I guess, Thomas and Olan are just like running around in circles and like prancing and
Smashing acorns.
like giggling, and like Owen's like kind of all scrunched up while he's running, like giggling, and it just makes you think like, what the heck is going on here?
I think you said this one time, Philip, about Thomas specifically, but I think that they're all really good at physical comedy, like oddly good at
yes.
it. Especially,
Yeah.
Thomas is like, he just makes like weird body movements that just is. I mean, it's like it's weird comparing to like Jim Carrey or something,
Yeah.
but just to where it like evokes a weird. It's like that's so unique. It's such
Yeah.
like a unique type of humor that he can do.
You just wonder what kind of guy he is. So maybe Thomas is also. You can also listen to this episode.
Yeah, Thomas, if you want to listen as well. Phil, you're kind of the
I'm a
Thomas,
Thomas fan.
of the podcast.
Oh,
I
weird.
feel like
That's weird.
So the like lesser,
the
Not the brains.
but the better one.
wow, this got real critical.
No, and you just quoted it, but he's like, "Do not be a grump, you grump."
Well, I think it's just. Is it Jake? Is that his?
Yeah, Jake.
He's just like really trying to understand what the heck they're even talking about. And Olan, do not be a grump, you grump.
And then at one point, I quoted this to Philip earlier when I first got here. He's like, "You hound! Who let the hound out?"
Oh man.
So yeah, so lots of quotes and to be had from Thimble Kings. Thank you, Olan, for all the laughter that you've given us over the years. All right, number 3, the Final Space pilot.
Oh.
Okay.
So this is YouTube, so we're not talking about the show Final Space here, but we're talking about what kicked it all off. I guess Gary Space kicked it all off, but this kind of kicked off the show. Philip, you said earlier that you like got it this time.
Yeah, I had seen it before. And I think I was just expecting it to be like a goof.
Yeah.
And it was not a goof. It was more of a serious story. Obviously, there's goofs in it. But this time I was like, oh, I kind of want to watch it now. Mm-hmm. Now I get it. Now, I almost didn't understand what was happening. Like he's trying to go back in time to...
Yeah.
He's going through the space, whatever it's called. Not,
Yeah, basically,
not a wormhole, but...
it picks up where like a season finale would be,
Right.
essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I like. It was cool. So many like things, like you understand all the characters all of a sudden. And
Yeah. You understand his relationship with Quinn and with Avocado, the
Yeah.
cat man, and everything, just by like this little 7-minute, whatever it is, 7.5 minute cartoon. Did you rewatch this one, Ethan?
No, I did not.
Okay.
And I think even the first time I had watched it,
Yeah.
I really had no clue what was going on. So
get off the podcast.
No, I think
I'm pretty sure you come ill prepared most of the time. So yeah.
we got a text from Grant earlier today, and he was just like, "How does Philip forget everything?" He's like, "I've played through the Arkham games, and there were so many times I just wanted to tell Philip what he was
Oh my word.
forgetting." Well, guess
Can I
what, Grant?
say, you're not on the podcast.
You're not on the podcast, and Philip is.
Yeah. Daniel picked one of us, and it wasn't you. Ooh. So
It came down to the two of you.
it did. And then you were like, who has the podcast equipment already? It's Philip.
Well, he could have picked Noah. Noah has
I could
the
have
podcast
picked
equipment.
Noah. I could have picked Corey.
You could have picked Corey. Probably
That-
would have been a better pick
That
with
could have.
Corey.
I literally was about to say that.
Yeah.
You know that.
It would have
really-
been a different dynamic. I'm not going to say better.
I was gonna say better.
Well, I think it would technically be better, but I think people who listen to this show like the fact that one of us knows what we're talking about and the other one doesn't.
Wow.
Maybe.
Ouch.
Hey, and I said one of us because sometimes we do things that I don't know anything about, and you know.
Once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon.
Anyway, what are we talking about?
No,
Final Space.
yeah.
So this poor show, it became a television show,
Yeah,
and then got canned.
I know. Poor Olan.
Couldn't finish it, and then they deleted it. They deleted it from their archives.
Yeah, they basically use it as a tax write-off. But did you hear about the graphic novel?
Yeah, I did hear about.
He's able to finish it up with a graphic novel.
Yeah, I thought I had seen something where they had like released
the Kraken.
something to him, or he was able to, come up with some of it.
Yeah,
again.
Warner Bros. I think it was Warner Bros. Was like, hey, we got this deal for you. It's either like you take it or you leave it. This is all that we can like offer you, and he gets to make a graphic novel to kind of finish up what he would have done in the next season. But the thing about this little pilot episode that I love, and I think like all of Olin's strengths kind of come together, is he's really good at like balancing humor and heart at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like James Gunn with the Guardians movies. It's like just that perfect balance in the Final Space pilot when the ship is like counting down to explode. He's like
changes it to cookies.
Yeah, he's like, hey, that's a little like dour. Can you change it to something that sounds better? And he's like, what about baking cookies? And it's like counting down till the cookies are done. And like he uses the music to the advantage of the scene, and I don't know, it just comes together in a really nice way that is just both funny and heartfelt, that I think is really nice. And just like the creativity of the story of Final Space is really, really cool. So that's what I have to say about Final Space.
We'll have to finish it.
Yeah, I know. Well, if we can.
We will.
We'll find a way. Maybe if Olan listens to this, maybe he has
copies.
something.
Maybe my
do a
local
private
library
show.
has
Yeah.
copies.
Olan.
Little peep show.
Olan.
I'd
Well,
love a peep show from you, Olan.
that's what we'll call it. Call it Olan's Peep Show. No, Olan, if you want to...
But yes.
Contact us. Okay, number 2. Good old Crazy Horse.
Oh yeah.
I am happy that this is the order that they're in, because now I know what is to come.
Crazy. This would be my favorite. Like, this is my favorite singular video of his. We'll get to what number 1 is here in a little bit, but Crazy Horse is just phenomenal.
Your pops was a sack.
I mean, like, every line of this is quotable.
Go action reaction. I see that.
Who wants to of you two?
I won't explain it very well, so we'll let Philip do it.
So, who is it?
Dakota.
Dakota and Dallas.
Dakota and Dallas. Dakota walks in and asks Dallas. Oh, now I can't remember what's the word?
Terror.
Oh, and because he's Crazy Horse. He like, says his name, and like you hear the whinny in the background. And he says something about like keeping Crazy Horse in the stable. And basically you think that they're talking about a gunfight. I think that is kind of what's insinuating, in some sort of way, because it's kind of cowboy themed. They're in a barn, I think.
Yeah, they're in a barn. And
they're in like a stable.
Yeah, and their names are Dallas and Dakota. So yeah, it's some sort of like Western thing.
Yeah. So but then Dakota, he eggs him on enough, and so he takes out his knife, and then Dallas takes out his knife, and they both throw it on the ground, and then all of a sudden they start. I don't know what you would even call it.
I was literally going to ask, like, what do you call it?
It's like aggressive spoken word or something.
Freeform white boy rap.
While both
snapping.
like snapping, but like aggressively snapping in circles.
It makes me think of that scene in that movie where they like all snap it's like a musical.
West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Yeah.
Like it's like that, but they're doing it in circles and just two of them.
Chasing each other.
Yes.
And it's basically like, it's like hurling insults at one another, kind of. And And then what happens at the end?
So they do it enough, and then Dakota, you think he's pulled one.
On
the crazy horse, but but he doesn't even do anything. He just starts acting like a horse.
That's true. He doesn't say anything.
He doesn't say anything. He just starts acting like a
He
horse.
just channels energy.
And Dakota dies.
Every time it pans back to Dakota, he's like slowly like bleeding.
Yeah.
Like there's more blood on his face, and it's coming out of his ears and his eyes.
It has that one song that I don't know the title to.
I don't know how. Like he must have purchased the rights.
I guess so.
don't know.
Yeah. Because I'll hear that song like in Walmart sometimes.
Yeah,
over
it's a
the
popular song.
speaker.
And it makes you think of Crazy Horse.
Every time.
And
Does he kill him?
yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
that's
rigor
the-
mortis sets in. He's
Yeah.
got his hand up all weird.
Oh my!
It's pretty.
Yeah,
Dakota!
the way he falls back on his legs, his legs are folded
Yeah.
underneath him, and he's laying on like sitting on his legs.
But yeah, he's like not all the way on the ground. He's like hunched up. It's a very weird, awkward angle that Jake is in. No, man, this video is so dense with like world building in it.
Yeah.
Like without it like hitting you over the head. Like when he first comes in, he's like Dallas, and it cuts to Olan, and he's already like kind of snapping. It's like he has like residual terror in him. And they have their 500 or Dallas 500 miles that way guy. But yeah, just the fact that like this, whatever the battle is, it's called tearing, and you tear it up, you tear it down. That like sack is like a.
That's one of the best parts.
I think Ethan. I think that's your Olan quote. Is calling somebody a sack. You say that all the time.
Your dad's a sack.
Your pops was a sack. It's like kids, you sack. It's like that's like everyone's favorite insult in this world. And then just the fact that like he can channel the power of horses. And then, I love. There's one shot when he's like dancing. It's like a wide shot, and just so much dust is falling
they
off of
dumped
him.
the dirt on his shoulders, so when he would thrash and throw his jacket, like just all the dust was flying off. And
I also like because it works with like the editing and music. But imagine filming that with Owen just like flailing around. That must have been really funny. But I don't think there are any bloopers in this video.
There's not. It's just cuts.
It's just the
As soon as he's
standalone.
dead-
it was
as soon as he's dead.
too serious.
Yeah. What did he say at the very end? It made me laugh.
He's like, why couldn't you let Crazy Horse stay in the stables?
Yes.
Why? So yeah, just everything about the there's like not one thing that doesn't work about this video. It's all like flawless.
One of the weirdest ideas ever.
How
did they like? I don't know how he pulled it off.
And that I've showed people this video.
People,
and, like,
some people just don't. Get
and some
it.
people don't get it. Yeah,
They don't know how to appreciate it.
They don't know art when they see it.
They don't know humor.
Even people who I show and they do laugh, I'm like,
You don't get it. You take it away before they're finished because you're like, you don't deserve this.
You don't get it like Ethan and Philip, but I get it.
Like, what? I think it's funny. No.
I think that leads well to our number one slot.
Yes.
I know what it is.
Yeah. Would you like to?
It's the last scene.
The last scene. Yeah.
Like,
The
why?
whole series.
Why wouldn't it be the last?
It's the last scene. It's the last number.
This is by far probably one. Like, I quote this probably more than anything.
Earlier when I said that Olan Rogers was one of the foundations of our friendship, I was specifically talking about these videos.
Scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is the first. I think
Was this your
that
introduction?
was my introduction to Olan Rogers.
Which is funny, and I can't remember if this was the case with you or not. I know it was with you and with most other people. With me, even. It's like the first time you watch it, you don't get it. You're like,
Yes.
okay, like this is, there's like some funny parts, but it's fine. The second time you watch is when everything clicks. You're like, oh, okay, yes, it is. It's one of the funniest things that you'll ever see. Olan, if you're still listening, I bet you're surprised that this was our number one, just like 15 years old, and I feel like nobody ever talks about it.
So
Yeah.
good though.
It's How do we explain this?
I would say
It's unexplainable.
yeah, I would say go out and watch it. It's kind of a cliche on just anything action
Yeah, that's true.
It's like lofty, like
Like kind of
live
anime adjacent. That's live action.
yeah, it's like this heady dialogue that doesn't mean anything,
Yeah.
but they say it with such like conviction that it gives like the illusion that they're talking about something. What's everybody's favorite line from the last scene series?
I can't do like
Or favorite
how about
running joke
how
or
about a Tupperware container full of shut it.
the shut stew's up there.
The build of that one.
Yeah. Because it keeps coming back too.
Yeah, like it starts with just like, why don't you take a little bit of shut it stew? And then it like gets so big, he's like, why don't you take a Tupperware container full of shut it stew?
Anything about the ice cream salesman?
Yeah.
I am an ice cream salesman. I think I've said that. I think I'm technically McSleuthburger in your,
You are.
Yes,
Your
yeah.
name in my phone is McSleuthburger.
and I gave you a mug of that guy.
Yes.
Oh my word.
Possibly the best gift I've ever received in my entire life. Just a coffee mug with the ice cream salesman on it.
I don't even think I caught that the first time I watched. Like I must have blinked or something because it only flashes for a second.
It was hard to catch the frame of,
Yes.
of it being in focus.
Oh, did you have to like save the photo and that's
Yes.
how you did it?
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, the ice creams, that whole thing might be the best because it's like, wait, and then the punchline is obviously, I actually am an ice cream salesman. Oh, no way. Yes way.
Yeah.
What a curveball, Zach. It's just perfect. Everything about it.
I am an ice cream.
And it seems like it has to be that they were saying sick so weird that they ended up saying Zach.
Yes.
And that became his name.
Yeah, because he's like, I just love a beetle snack. oh, sick. Yeah, I think because it sounds like he says Zach,
Yeah.
and then later on he's like, who's Zach? Or he's like, Zach, who's Zach?
Yes. Man.
I love, everything with McSleuthburger. I love later on when he's like, well, I'm vividly creating a pot of shut it stew. He's like, I am the real McSleuthburger.
You just can't stop chiming in.
No, yeah, the brain Lego is great.
Yeah. We just quoted the imaginary.
The memory.
The memory
The gun
gun
may have been
and
a
the
memory,
real bullet.
but the bullets
was
were real.
Is that the one? Is this? I'll feel bad if this is wrong, but is this the one with the, shoot, the something looking for Papa?
Oh no, okay, but I did want to bring that up though. So
I for whatever reason I was linking that to this.
to
the last
so they're
scene.
technically connected. So he made 2 other series called New Prime and Pop Rocket.
Okay,
Yeah.
was it New Prime?
It was New Prime, and
Okay.
technically they all exist within the same universe. So I guess if you want to put those in top slot too, since they're all the same like thing,
Like
you can.
the Nimbus Cubs
Yeah.
are looking for Papa.
That's the best line of the.
Yes. Okay. So that I think that's why I linked that in because that was the one that I kept from that. Because
Yeah.
that one, and I
Well,
quote that one all the time.
Because in the last episode of New Prime, they're eating in a bar with the Carl bartender, where he's like, "I know Carl."
Yeah.
And there's a sign on the wall that says "Where the Earth is soft," which is what he says about the the bar in the last scene. So
Oh man, and then they talk about they do right where to hit us with the.
with the coin star.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I just like have to gush about this thing. So talk about world building. There's these things called gargoyles that must have like destroyed the world as we know it.
And
But
they hit the coin stars first.
so it's a world where like coin stars are like our number one priority.
And then isn't it like Panera Bread or something?
Olive Garden.
Oh, Olive Garden.
I was gonna cash in my
Panera.
coins for a nice night out at the Olive Garden. That was seconds ago.
Yeah, he just keeps like shooting his dreams down.
Oh no! He says after he's like coin stars were the first thing to go after Earth's defenses.
Oh yeah.
and then Olive Garden. Yeah, Shelly with the vanilla wafers is
Yes.
good.
She's like just like all sweet and short with everything.
have
Like
vanilla
he's
wafers.
so intense and like in the moment.
Vanilla wafers. I love those. No, but also going along with like world building. Not only are these things called gargoyles that are apparently destroyed the world. Zach is one. He's like the nicest person ever, and he like hangs out at the rec center with other gargoyles because they're the ones that gave him the nickname McSleuthburger.
My friends down at the rec center, they call me McSleuthburger.
Oh man, the best thing Olan Rogers has done, possibly the best YouTube like series or video ever. Would you?
Daniels is. Yeah, he is probably my favorite character.
Yeah, Daniel's Scar. Only you, Scar.
Yeah,
No,
I think so.
I'm Scar. Daniels.
Well, yeah, and the name game.
Oh yeah.
I love.
Do I look like the kind of guy who'd play name games?
Isn't that how the Shut It Stew comes up? Because Zach wants to play the name game or whatever.
No, that's how it gets paid off. Because he's
that
like,
what it is?
yeah, he's like, Zach.
Oh, because then he
Zach.
finally like includes him in it because they're trying to like shut him out of it after the memory gun shoots it.
Yeah, because then he's like, ouchie, ouch, and he's like, here, patch yourself up. He's like, what about my emotional?
What about for the emotional wound?
Yeah, and then later on, he's like, Zach. He's like, are you playing the name game? You better believe it. He's like, there's that patch for my emotional.
Yeah, he's like dying but not dying.
Oh, it's so good. Now we should probably say we typically watch the first like 3.5 episodes and then kind of dip.
Yeah,
it gets a little serious, which is fun. Like I'm glad Olan expressed his artistic vision in it, but we like the funniest sayings. In it.
The funny ones at the beginning are the most quotable.
Yes, yeah.
I think that's what it is.
I think episode 2 and
Is
like
that-
half of 3 is like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
The Overseer.
The overseer, that's the beginning of 3.
3, yeah.
But the end of 2 is all the like ice cream salesman, rec
Yeah.
center, Sleuthburger stuff. So
So
that's like
then
sweet
like
spot.
Scar and Daniels, is that kind of like more of the first one then?
Yeah, it's just them two in the first one.
And then they carry into
Sleuthburger
the
shows
next
up
one,
and
yeah, and
what
then-
what are they saying? The brain Lego part. What's the thing that they keep saying back and forth to each other? And he gets like real aggressive with it. What's the word that they?
Medicines?
No, it's like
White Void, the key.
no. It's like one word that they. It's like
Clearly, I have all my brain there.
yeah. They just keep yelling like clearly back and forth. And at one
But
point,
they're all like trying to one up.
It becomes like a five syllable word. Clearly.
yeah. There's like one really aggressive one that scars. Yeah, I guess. It's
Oh, there's there's a long pause before it.
clearly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like we just quoted. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
so go watch them for yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be upset if I go back and like we miss like the best quote of them all or something. But I think we got most
We
of
got
them.
them all.
But yeah, Olan, thank you for the years, literally a decade of laughter.
Yeah,
I think I stumbled across them in like 2013. So.
It was supposed to be at one of our weddings that we said, "Oh no way."
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think we were gonna do it at yours. And
Yeah,
you
and
said
then
no.
we were like, "Well, maybe we'll do it at Daniel's," and then we said maybe we'll do it at Ethan's. Well, the other way around.
Nobody. Well, I guess Daniel was in my wedding.
Daniel was in your wedding.
Yeah. Again, Daniel and I picked each other.
Yeah,
not
it's
you.
weird.
Well, you were.
You were down the street.
That's weird. How I wasn't there though.
No, I would say at my wedding you were first.
Yeah,
Kind of.
kind of.
You guys shared, but I had to have somebody stand in front, unless you stood on his shoulders or something, which could have been fun as well, I guess. but anyways, thank you, Olan, for all that you do for us. Keep moving on. Don't let stupid Final Space stuff bring you down. But yeah, anything else?
No.
No.
We do have something else, Philip, for Ethan.
Oh.
What?
Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Is it
you to
good or
start.
is it bad?
What?
I want you to start, please.
Ethan, we are so sorry for calling you out on our podcast when you were giving us money.
Never thought this day would come.
From the bottom of our hearts, this is the most egregious thing we've ever done in our entire
hearts,
lives.
or just Daniel's heart,
No,
and
our
then
hearts,
or
our
is
hearts.
Philip's silent heart over here?
Our hearts.
Yeah. Do you want to give something in as well?
No, I think you can just do it all.
Well, what I was going to say was never in a million years until you said that you were going to stop giving us money would I have felt this bad about what we did. But we truly, truly feel horrible.
Well, I'm happy that I got my point across.
So,
But I wish that I got a little more remorse out of Philip.
So, well, yeah, he can in a second, but please give us money.
if nothing else, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I just really want to reiterate what he just said, and that we've never felt sorrier after you stopped giving us money.
It didn't hit us until that was the reality.
Until the money stopped.
Yeah, once the money stopped, it was like, wow, I do feel bad.
You're like, this is what our friendship was all about.
We've been building up to this, and then he stopped it. So that really hurt us. I mean, it really. We felt bad.
We felt
for it.
really bad for
Yeah.
our behavior.
Yeah, we really felt bad for us.
Okay, thanks, I guess.
So,
Hey, Ethan and Daniel.
oh, yes, Philip.
The last scene is the best. And audience, you're the best.
And we're the best.
I'm the best.
Well, no. You're supposed to say you can never be perfect, but you can always be better.
Yeah, because I know what to say at the end of all these podcasts.
We love
Olan?
you. Oh,
If you like this episode, reach out to us.
please. We'll talk to you more about this.
We would love to have you on and just hear your behind the scenes stories. At least I would. That would be.
It would be awesome.
I would love to hear some of that stuff. Ethan might not be here,
Oh, I'll be here.
Oh,
but we only have 3 mics, so Ethan might just be sitting in the corner.
Yeah, I'll just be peeking through the window right there.
So
I'll hack
okay.
your
All
security
right, so,
camera and watch.
So Olan is the best, and we're the best.
you can never be perfect, but you can always be better. We love you.